Creating sources is another convenient feature of NoteScribe. By creating a source for a note, you'll have another way to search for your notes, and the process of creating bibliographies for research papers and presentations will go much quicker. Let's create a source for the psychology notes that we created in a previous tutorial video. Double-click the note that you need to add a source to, which will pull up the Edit Note window. Next, you want to hit the Set Source button, which will display all of your previously created sources, as well as giving you the option to create a new source. For right now, let's create a new source. Once inside the Edit Source window, you can start entering the information for your source. First thing you want to input is the source type. Since we took these notes from a psychology textbook, we're going to use book for our source type. And for formatting style, we're going to use APA style, which is the default format for psychology. Next, we need to set our author. You can see here we have our available authors list, and if the author of the book is not located there, we need to create a new author. So let's go ahead and create a new author. If his name is Bruce Andrews, we'll input his name and select Add New. And now you can see he's in our available authors list. To add him to this source, double click, and now you can see he's also on this source, as is shown in the formatted preview. Next, we want to create a title for our source. We're going to use the title of our psychology book, which is Introduction to Psychology. As you can see, our title is also in the formatted preview. And up next, we want to put in our publisher of our book, which is McGraw-Hill. And next, let's put the date on our source as well. Since the book was published in 2008, we're going to add that. And as you can see, our source has been generated down here in the formatted preview. So this is what your final source will look like. You can add additional information to it, but for now, this is all the information we're going to use for this particular source. So let's hit save. And as you can see, the new source that we created is now in our sources list. So double click it to add it to your current note. As you can see, that source has now been added to our note. So let's go ahead and save again. In our current notes list, you can see our note, and you can also see the source attached to our note. Next, I'm going to show you how to locate your source using the Sources tab in the search control bar. So let's clear our note and go to the Sources tab. If you remember correctly, our source name was Andrews, so we want to pull him up, and there you can see the note that we just labeled with his name to it. So that's basically how you create and search for your notes using sources. In later videos, we're going to demonstrate how to use your sources to create bibliographies.